For decades, for years and years, myself being a woman, whenever we talk about women's economic empowerment or women's empowerment in the private sector, it's mostly by women, to women, in a room of women, usually on International Women's Day, whereas 98 to 99% of your leadership is men.
Too often it's women talking to each other and sort of men seeing this not as being their issue.
अब उससे हुआ ये है कि क्योंकि सारी organizations design हो गई हैं for male employment, so a lot of times हम लोग empathize ही नहीं कर पाते कि when women come to work, what are the sort of problems that they face.
Gone are the times we talk about women's empowerment as a CSR initiative, as a feminist issue, as an Aurat March issue, as an International Women's Day marketing gimmick. It's now the time to make it an economic case, a business case. And that will only happen when the 98% of leadership, the men, step up, commit and hold themselves accountable.
मर्द हजरात ही हैं अगर उन्होंने ख़वातीन को एक प्रॉपर जस्टिफाइबल स्पेस देनी है वर्क स्पेस के अंदर, तो मर्दों को जो है ना आगे निकल के उनको स्पेस देनी होगी, उनको सपोर्ट करना होगा, उनको एडवोकेट करना होगा, उनको स्पॉन्सर करना होगा.
To our surprise, it was extremely well received by the CEOs in Pakistan, not just by the MNCs and the multinationals. We have Unilever, L'Oreal, Jazz, Telenor, Pepsi, Mondelez, Syngenta, but the local large companies stepped up. And that's where my pride comes. The Shan Foods, the Interloop, the Unis Textile, the Liberty Mills. That's really where the change happens for the local economy, for the local women and girls.
It gives you independence, yeah. It also gives you जिसको हम कहते हैं शनाख्त, yeah. कि हर कोई कहता है मेरी भी तो एक शनाख्त है, मैं भी तो अपने नाम से पहचाना जाऊँ. So not necessarily everything is around making money and career and designations. It's also, my personal, मेरी identity क्या है, and this works give you that identity like it gives to you and to me as well.
This event today and this 2-hour leadership dialogue is to really engage the industry leaders and to take the subject out, to take its importance out and to learn from them on what opportunities exist in the ecosystem so that we can build together stronger and maybe create industry-wide cross-pollination and partnerships as well.
उसका reason एक तो equitable employment है, but दूसरी बात जो main है इसका real commercial case है.
But most importantly, we are able to make an impact for Pakistan, because if you're talking about these 30 champions, right, you're talking about probably a footprint of maybe hundreds and thousands of people, right? Be it customers or suppliers. So we can make an impact which can be countrywide. So I'm really hoping that whatever we do out of these initiatives, we are able to make an impact at a country level.
You would have a sister and you would have a mother, you have a wife who also wanting to do something, who also want an identity, So if you resist, someone will be resisting for them as well.
We have to believe that there is no job in an organization or overall in the country which a woman can't do. Because जब तक हमारा ये belief बिल्कुल ingrained नहीं होगा mind में, तो we'll always be looking for excuses why we should hire a male for a particular job.
I think that only starts when the man or the woman, the leader at the helm, owns the agenda, steps up for the agenda, and publicly holds themselves accountable as a champion of change.
There is a secular trend. Change will always happen. It's the one thing which is constant. We can just direct how fast and in which direction it takes.
Give in, surrender. Not everything is about controlling things. So they should give in. And I think so keep a larger perspective into mind. Yeah? At the end of the day, it's the country. As a country, if we really want to progress, then every one of us has to contribute in our own way.
And I'm proud that in Pakistan, we have received extremely strong commitment from our champions who are not just taking leaps of movement within their organizations, but helping the entire communities thrive on the agenda. And that's why this year, for the first time, Pakistan has its own progress report that is being shared at the UN Secretary General's office, because we've made significant strides on our key metrics of women's economic empowerment.